Definitely some spicy abs, but I will show you guys options. Weights are optional. I have a full body strength class where you want to bring weights, but core class, optional weights, highly suggested. So if you got them, bring them. These are home workouts, so do what you got. Bring the weights that you have at home. I'm a physical therapist as well as a strength coach, yogi. I'm gonna give you guys some PT tips, injury prevention, keep your core strong, resilient, protect your back. That's what we're doing. We're gonna start off in standing with a little bit of a yoga warm-up. Quick, easy, just get the body moving. Then we're gonna go into a series of 3 moves, 3 power ab moves. Spicy, but I will show options. So if you need to kind of regress, tone it down a little bit, that's okay. Let's start off in standing just with a nice little easy warm-up. Get the body loosened up, checking in, see how everything's feeling, reaching to the sky, crown of the head to the ceiling, focusing on nice tall spine, tall posture, tuck the chin in, root your feet into the ground, just opening everything up in the body. Inhale, reach. Exhale, forward fold, bring the arms all the way down, hang out here, knees are soft, shake it out, release any tension, noticing if you feel any tension in the lower back, knees are nice and soft, you're just shaking it out. Hold it here for 1 breath. On your next inhale, halfway lift, flat back, straighten out the knees, get a nice stretch in your hamstrings. This should feel like a good stretch in the hammies, bracing with my abs. Hold it here for 1 breath, hinging at the hips, tucking the chin. Bring the hands down, step back into plank. We have some planks in our warm-up. So get ready. Shoulders, push yourself away from the mat, spread your fingers wide. Active, engaged shoulders. Not here, here. Hold strong, tuck the chin in. And then knees down, slowly lower chaturanga, elbows close to my sides. Uncurl the toes, press yourself up, little baby back bend, gentle. Pull the shoulder blades down your back. Engage your lats. That's gonna help to stabilize and support that lower back. Hold it here. Exhale back down. Uncurl your toes, push yourself back, downward facing dog. That is the whole flow. We're just using this as a warm-up. You do not need to be great at yoga. You do not need to be flexible. We are just warming up. Modify as needed. Pedal those feet out. Give your calf and ankles a nice little stretch. Let's go through that series 2 more times, and then we're moving on. Walk your hands back to your feet. Rolling up 1 vertebrae at a time, head coming up last. Inhale, reach to the sky. Lengthen, get tall, crown of the head to the ceiling, posture, ears over shoulders. Exhale, forward fold. Release tension, shake it out. Noticing if you feel tension anywhere, just let it go, let it go. Inhale, halfway lift. Round 2, holding here, hinging at the hips. We have hinging in our deadlift in our full body class. If you join me Mondays. Hands come down, step back into plank. Live classes every week. Join me or catch the replay. Hold it here. Spread your fingers wide, push away from the mat, engage with the shoulders, not sinking, strong here. Exhale, either knees down or all the way down. Work your shoulder strength. Work that upper body. A lot of my runners, my cyclists, you guys don't get enough upper body in your life. Add it in, even if you want to add it into your core. Holding it here. If you want to come all the way up, if this feels nice, into this up dog or cobra, again, pull the shoulder blades down your back, open your chest, stabilize that lower back, right? Here versus here. Engage, squeeze those shoulder blades down, open the chest, last breath here. Abs are on, support the back, exhale back down. Push yourself back, downward facing dog. Last round, let's speed through this last flow, and then we're gonna get into finishing our warm-up, and then that spicy core series. Walk your hands back to your feet. You do not need weights for the core work, but they are suggested. So if you've got something, grab it. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, hinge. Hands come down, plank. I said we had planks to finish out our warm-up. That's coming next. Strong shoulders. Exhale, lower however you need to. Up dog or cobra. Extension of the spine. Give your spine some extension. We're slouched all day. Let's extend it. Exhale back down. Push yourself back, downward facing dog. Let's move on. Let's do those planks. Walk your hands back to your feet. Come to the back of your mat. Finishing our warm-up, we're gonna walk out into plank from inchworm. So come to the back of the mat. I suggest you step wide. Bring your feet nice and wide because especially if you got tight hips, you're gonna be coming here. You're gonna walk out into plank. Give your hips some space here, right? I don't wanna to end up like this, all hunchy. So step wide, maybe the width of your mat so that you can finish here with this nice flat back and then walk out into your plank, right? So we're gonna walk ourselves back, maintaining that flat back, feet are nice and wide, sinking into those hips. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, walk it out into plank at your own pace. This is for you, just to finish that warm up. Get a little bit of core, get a little into the little hips, a little squatty. Inhale, reach, walk it out, timing with the breath. Here, I'm gonna give you another option. If you wanna add a push-up at the end, try push-up. The only way you get stronger at push-ups is by doing more push-ups, right? You can do a bent knee, try one. Great way to add some upper body and sneaking in a little bit of upper body into our core class. Some great things you could do at home if you're traveling, you don't have a lot of equipment. Push-ups, planks, getting in a little bit of upper body, right? Let's do 2 more. Inchworm, and then we'll just finish out with a nice little easy cat-cow stretch. Easy peasy. All right, last one. All right, so let's finish out our warm-up. Before we get into that main series, I'm gonna talk you through it. Advanced stuff today, but cat-cow first. Finish out a little bit of spine mobility. So again, as a PT, I'm always trying to think of what moves are gonna be most gentle for most of the people. So cat-cow tends to be one that is almost nice for everybody. Everybody likes this one, right? A little bit of easy stretching on the spine. Nothing too crazy here. Right, so listening to our bodies, we need that supple, we need mobility in our joints, right? To stay healthy, strong, resilient. We also need the strength, so we need both. So some of us, we need a little bit more stretching in our lives. Some of us, we need a little bit more strength in our lives this class. A little bit of both in 30 minutes. Last few here. And then we're gonna be on our back. So we've got some core moves, we've got a hold, got a flutter kick, and obliques. First move is a reverse crunch. All right, so come onto your back. I'm gonna give you some options. Weights, totally optional. I love my weights for core work. Why? Because we add in a little bit more challenge, we get a little bit more ab work, a little bit more upper body as well, usually, right? So if you got the weights, great. If not, that's okay. So level 1, we're just gonna do an easy reverse crunch. So if you just wanna start with a little bit of this deep lower abdominals, squeeze, lift, and tap. That would be your level 1, right? Deep pelvic floor squeeze, lower abdominals, I'm squeezing, I'm lifting, reverse crunch. Now if you wanna do combined, full body, upper and lower. And if you want to add the weights, you're gonna bring the weights here, right? So I've got my little 8, 10 pounders with me. Again, we're not going super heavy for our core work. Just adding a little bit more challenge here, exhale. If this is easy, tap further. So this is our first move in a series of 3. Exhale as you lift. Keep that chin tucked in. Reverse. Reverse. We've got 3 rounds, 3 moves. This one should feel like a little bit of that pull as you lower and then crunch. Nice long set here. We've got obliques next, and then we're finishing with some flutter kicks. Again, kind of a challenging move, but I'll show options. So we got a little bit of upper, lower abs here. We've got a little bit of obliques in the middle, and then we've got kind of just a full body killer. A little bit of lower abdominals last. Last few here. Exhale. 4, 3, 2. Weights at your sides. Ankle grabs here, tuck the chin in. You've got options. Just reaching to the side. These ones are one of my favorites for obliques because they're kind of hard to mess up. If you're in this position, chin is tucked in, I'm reaching side to side, tapping. ankle, ankle, ankle. You're gonna work your obliques, whether you want to or not. I already feel my obliques here. These ones are spicy. This is one of those ones that you're gonna feel later, right? Again, the goal is not to feel strained, sore, but for some of these are more challenging ab exercises. If you haven't been doing them for a while, you probably will be sore tomorrow. That doesn't always mean you got a great workout in, but for some of these, the lengthening and the holding and the twisting, they are pretty challenging, so you may be a little bit sore tomorrow. Now again, you can also be here if your neck's getting tired, right? Just that side to side movement, you're just targeting obliques, right? Those muscles that go across, they create leverage, they create power for your sport, for walking, for running, opposite arm to opposite leg. Driving power, they also help to stabilize your core. So you want those obliques strong, whether it's for your sports, whether it's just for life, stabilizing your spine, etc. Let's finish these ankle grabs. We have our last move, which are our flutters. They are hard. 4 more. And 3. And 2. And 1, relax. Whew. All right, flutter kicks, you have options. So again, my lower back needs to be pressed down the whole time. If you're getting all the way down here, your lower back better be glued to the floor. Otherwise, you're gonna come and see me in physical therapy for lower back pain, and that is not the point. So here's some options. If this is challenging, don't go as low, right? So you modify the movement, you're not gonna go as low, you're gonna maintain that lower back pressed on the whole time, keeping that chin tucked in. You can also lift the head up. Lifting the head up is gonna help reinforce that lower back pressing down. Now, if you really wanna slay yourself, you wanna add the weights, you can add the weights here. You can add the weights behind you. Again, the further behind you go with those weights, you're gonna feel more of that pull on those abs. So you decide. And again, the primary goal with these flutter kicks, again, targeting lower abdominals, that low part of that 6-pack, 8-pack, whatever, is you need to maintain that lower back pressed down. If you have a gap in the lower back, your back is arching, that is not correct. It's not correct. And also, your lower back is going to get stress. That is not the point of these exercises. So holding the weights, if you've got a weight, sometimes that gives you a little bit more stability. So you can try that, right? And then play with the movement. You decide how low you want to go. Let's do a few more here. Then we got that reverse crunch again. 2 more. 1 more. Rest. Rock the knees side to side, windshield wipers, reverse crunch. You decide what you want to do. Again, if you just want to do the reverse, round 2, we're not taking breaks. We've got to cram it in. You do not need a lot of time to get some abs popping, some ab definition, some ab strength. You just need to do it consistently a couple times a week. Take my class. And then I always suggest adding in weights. If you want to build those 6-pack ab muscles, add weights, just like you would any other muscle group. And then lastly, some nutrition, obviously. That will help with that ab definition, improving your body composition, right? You can check out my nutrition videos. I talk all about that. Exhale, squeeze. If you want the 2 together, reverse upper and lower crunch. Ankle grabs next. Obliques. This one's kind of that full body. Couple more. In 3. In 2. I'm focusing on that reverse. Focusing on that lower part more than the upper today. Squeeze. 1 more. All right, feet down. Settling in, ankle grabs, tucking the chin, reaching side to side. I'm not taking breaks. Jam and 3. We got to finish up. We'll finish up with a little bit of lower back. This month, I'm hosting a challenge on Strava. It is glutes for October, glute month. So we're doing a lot of extra glute exercises. Might sneak in a little bit of glutes today. Friday's class definitely will have some spicy, challenging glute work. So So tune in for that. I will link to that challenge if you want to join that glute challenge for the month of October. Deadlifts, bridges, glute work, mini bands, that is October's challenge. Right now we're working on some obliques though. So let's finish out here. And then we've got those flutters. Flutters are hard, right? You must maintain that lower back pressed down. I cannot emphasize that enough. As a PT, do not wreck your back with those flutters. Please take care of your back. Means you have to integrate in some deep core for this next move. 4 more. In 3, in 2, and 1. Flutter kicks. I like to hold the weight because it actually grounds me and helps to give me some stability. So I like holding on to these weights. Here, up to you. Add some speed, add some spice, maintain that lower back press down. You need to go as low as you can go and still keep that lower back glued. That rib cage is pressed down. You're not flaring the ribs in the front. My abs are engaged, deep core is activated. I am breathing. My abs are engaged underneath that breath. I'm not holding my breath. I'm adding a little bit of speed to this round. We've got 1 more round after this. Your abs should be fried by the end, hopefully. Right? Breathing. Last few. This one starting to burn. Feeling the burn. 2 more. 1 more. And rest. Windshield wiper the knees side to side. Give that lower back a little bit of a break. Again, you decide if you want to add in the weights, if you've got them. Not needed, trust me. Here. Again, the weights are definitely going to give you some more upper body work, but in many ways, having something to hold on to can also help you. It can help ground you. It can help to stabilize you. It can help you to lock in that movement better. So sometimes, even though adding weights is harder, in some ways, it's easier. It gives you something to pull. It gives you something to hold. You help to create that irradiating power from my upper body through my lower body. So there's some real mechanical reasons why adding the weights is harder, but also kind of easier in a weird way. Exhale, breathe. Last few. Finish up. Squeeze. I definitely am feeling this ab workout already. In 3, in 2, in 1. Weights at my sides, ankle grabs. Got plenty of time. I'm going to squeeze in a little bit of lower back. I might even squeeze in an extra glute exercise. We'll see. Glutes, lower back, abs. That is all a part of your core. When people think of core, we think of these abs. It's not just abs, right? Everything. You want to stabilize front, back, side, pelvic floor, diaphragm, all of it. So breathing is key as well. Use that breath. Get in touch with your breath. Can you maintain some deep core activation and breathe? That takes work. It takes practice. Let's finish up here. Almost done, I swear. My abs are tired. Hopefully yours are too. Last few here, then we have those flutters. Then I'm gonna squeeze in a tiny bit of glutes, lower back, stretch, done. 4, 3, 2, 1. Flutter kicks however you wanna do them. Finishing strong. If you're not sure that your lower back is lifted or is staying pressed down, lift your head up. That will help to press that lower back down. Just help to reinforce that here. Lock it in here, locked in, right? Rib cage is pressed down. Abs are so on fire to hold you in place, stabilize you, protect you, support you. Keep that lower back healthy, strong, resilient. Also, maybe get some six-pack abs. That's also nice too, right? We can do both. Last few here. Then we're gonna go right into some glute bridges. So get ready. 4 more. Back up. 3 more. Finish strong. 2 more. 1 more time. Feet down, planted knees at 90, dig in with your heels, driving up, squeeze your glutes, bridge. Easy glute bridge, opening up the front of the thighs, engaging your glutes. Your lower back should be quiet. This is glutes. Dig in with your heels, emphasis on the glute squeeze every time you lift. Your glute bridge, hinge. This is not a roll up. This is not a Pilates roll. This is a glute bridge, just like your hip thruster, just like your deadlift hinge, glutes active up, primary mover. I just want to get the distinction here. So it doesn't mean the other ways are incorrect, but we're focusing on glutes. This is a great home exercise. I do this a lot in my full body class. Why? Because you don't need weights to get some good glute work happening. If you have weights, you can add them here. Join me Mondays for that full body strength class. We do add a lot of glutes, especially this month. Bridges, hip thrusters, deadlifts. You've got some great options that you can do at home. No excuses. Build that booty. That's my goal this month. Squeeze. Last few here. Then we're just going to turn it over. Start to cool it down with some lower back strength. Easy stuff here. Just activating those glutes. Last few here. In 3, 2, 1. Turn it over, lower back, easy peasy. This is lower back activation. We're not going for really heavy strength, right? These classes, especially when you're at home and you have limited weights, we're gonna go for a little bit of muscular endurance, some strength, but again, really the goal is we're not going super, super heavy because most of us don't have that at home. That doesn't mean that you should not add that into your program. You may need to go to the gym, but this is a great place to start. And you can still get a great workout in with some of these lighter weights. You just have to be intentional about your goal. So typically in my home programs, in that Monday live class, we're gonna go a little bit higher reps and higher sets because we have lighter weights. We can still get some good work done, but again, you just have to do a little bit more volume, meaning more reps, more sets. If we've got the lighter weights, that's okay. Just be intentional about what you're doing. This class, primarily core, strength, a little bit of endurance, finishing off with just gentle lower back, lift, engage everything on the back side of the body. Think about just actively engaging, lengthening, reaching to opposite ends of the room. Engage that whole backside, posterior chain. We spend all day hunched over everything. So let's give ourselves a chance to engage everything on the other side of the body that pulls us back. Thinking about good posture, strong, healthy back, glutes, shoulders. Waking everything up. I'm still keeping my abs on a little bit here, making sure I'm not pinching into that lower back. Think about lengthening through the spine, reaching to opposite ends. I'm not arching as much as I'm just reaching. Lengthening, elongate through the spine. Last few here, then we're stretching, and that's it for today. 2 more, just like this. Reach. Lower. Last time. Sink back into child's pose. Let's stretch. If you don't love child's pose, that's okay. You can come onto your back, hug your knees into your chest. You've got options. This is your class. I am just your guide, so modify as needed. Most people like child's pose, feels pretty good. Should be a nice stretch for your hips and back. Again, we're gonna be on our back with the knees to the chest, so you can do that if you don't love this position for your body. Start to slow down the breath. And then come back onto your back. Let's hug the knees into the chest. Finish out our stretches. Finish out class. Rock those knees side to side, massaging that lower back. Let that left leg extend long. Hug that right knee into your chest. Roll the ankles and the toes, little circles. Get those feet moving, healthy, happy feet. Roll them around. Roll that hip around. Nice, supple, mobile joints. Again, we want mobility in our body and our joints. We want the strength in our muscles. We got to have both, right? So we're trying to get both. Take care of our bodies as we get older, especially, but especially if we're active. If you're not active, even more reason, got to do some of this stuff too. Keep it moving. Keep it moving. Bring that knee across your body. Find that position for you, wherever your knee needs to go on you, where it feels like a nice stretch. Getting to the glutes, lower back. Open that right arm out at an angle. Stretching out that chest, shoulder, head goes wherever it feels like it needs to go. Shake the head side to side. Release any tension. A lot of these ab exercises we're using are tensing our neck. So release any tension in the neck. Find that position that just feels like a good stretch for you. Lower back, maybe glutes, hip. Hold it here. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth. Come back to center, figure four stretch. Here or reaching through for thread the needle. We're going to finish with our other side. Roll the shoulders, releasing tension. Roll them out, shake the head side to side. Enjoy this hip opener. We're going to do our other side, and then that is it for today. Make sure to subscribe to the channel to get notifications of live class every week. Unwrap that right leg, shake it out, hug that left knee in. Give it a good squeeze. Rolling those toes, feet around. Last few stretches here. Roll that hip around. Just seeing how everything's feeling. And then bring that knee across your body. Finding that position that just feels like a good stretch for you, whatever angle is working. Higher, lower. Opening that left arm out. Breathing into that whole left side. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth. Last few breaths here. Enjoy the stretch. And then figure four stretch, one of our last moves. We are almost done with class. Reaching through for thread the needle, if that feels good. Releasing tension in the shoulders, in the neck, anywhere else you feel, let it go. Last few breaths here. We'll just finish and seated with that nice reminder of good tall posture. Just like we started off class with, we are almost done. One more breath here. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth. Unwrap that left leg. Windshield wiper the knees side to side. Roll onto your side. When you're ready, meet me in seated. Sitting however you want. You don't need to sit cross-legged. Whatever is working for you. This class is for you. Sitting up nice and tall. Let's finish out with that posture. We started off class with crown of the head to the ceiling. Tucking the chin and ears over shoulders. Take this with you through the rest of your day. Inhale, reach to the sky. And then exhale it out. One more time, and that is it for today. Ears over shoulders, crown of the head to the ceiling, tall spine. Reaching to the sky. Exhale it out. That is it for today. Thank you guys so much for coming. I will see you next time. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Join me every week, live classes. Take care of yourselves. Take care of your bodies. I'll see you guys later.